From LPM,
Louisville Public Media.
Support for this podcast comes from LG&E, with a reminder that the warning signs of a gas leak are the smell of rotten eggs, dead plants near healthy plants, or a hissing sound. Leave immediately and call 911. More gas safety tips at lge-ku.com/gas safety.
O'Reilly Auto Parts puede ayudarte a revisar tu luz check engine, luz ABS o luz de mantenimiento con O'Reilly Veriscan. El servicio es gratis y recibirás un informe con soluciones verificadas por técnicos maestros certificados ASE. Si necesitas ayuda, O'Reilly Auto Parts te puede recomendar un taller. Pregunta por O'Reilly Veriscan hoy mismo.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Welcome to On Track with LPM. I'm Michelle Tyreen Johnson. A Louisville leader who spent years working on food insecurity says she's found a way to help hundreds of local families and hopes to stabilize and grow her operation. She says the challenges caused by recent disruptions to SNAP benefits have been felt by some residents for a long time. Taylor Ryan is the founder and executive director of the nonprofit Change Today, Change Tomorrow. I talked with her about her organization and how it's been helping feed Louisville's West End community since 2019.
I'm with Change Today, Change Tomorrow. We were started in July of 2019, so the calm before the storm.
Right before the pandemic.
Had no idea that I would be doing this at all. I was at the time, living in the back of my homegirl's house, and I had my 1-year-old son, Jordan, with me. And I thought, at some point I would just work at a nonprofit, but I just wasn't having, the best experiences. So I said, I'm going to step out and create something of my own. And so birth, Change Today, Change Tomorrow. We focus on food justice, public health, community engagement. We've been going for 6 years strong now. Super, super proud of the community that we've been able to build around this little mission. We have a very small staff. We have 5-6 people on staff, and we are doing a lot. Our most popular program is called Feed the West. It is a grocery gleaning program, so we are gleaning surplus groceries from our partner Trader Joe's.
Ooh, interesting.
Yeah, so there is an overproduction of food in this, of course, the globe, but in this nation alone. So that's our grocery partner. I always tell people we're like Robin Hood. We're going to one side of town and getting resources to bring it to the other side of town to make sure everybody eats.
How does that work exactly?
Well, we have several. It's a large operation in a infrastructural ecosystem. And so we are collaborating with Glean Kentucky as well as Harvest Kentucky. And those are our aggregators. They are picking up our farming surplus as well as our grocery surplus. They're bringing it from those locations over to our sites. We have 4 different Feed the West sites. So we're currently partnering with the Louisville Metro Community Centers. So we are in Shawnee Community Center. We're in Park Hill on Tuesdays. I just left Park Hill today. And then Wednesdays we're in Portland, and then Thursdays we're in California. We start at 12 p.m., and we serve food until we run out.
Now, when you say serve food, do you mean food that has been cooked or food?
Groceries.
Groceries.
Yeah.
Groceries.
So we're getting groceries. And when I say groceries, I mean it is a full grocery shopping experience. You are getting your produce, you're getting fruits, you're getting vegetables, you are getting meat, dairy, bread, all your essential items that you would, make a meal with, all the things you need to make a healthy meal. And then at the end of your grocery shopping experience, you also get flowers. Aww. So Trader Joe's always gives us boxes and boxes of bouquets of flowers and plants. And so, that is always just an additional, piece of love and care that we leave people with.
I absolutely, positively love that because as someone who grew up in a similar neighborhood to the West End, but who's lived in neighborhoods that are more like the East End.
Right.
So I've been to all kinds of grocery stores, and I've always thought about that, how you walk into certain stores and there's beauty, there's flowers, there's plants, it smells good.
People can walk their dogs, you can get a beer.
All of that. And then you go into some of the stores that are in more challenged neighborhoods, and what you smell first is the meat. Are the vegetables.
And you see police, and your deodorant is behind a security case.
all that, right? So, I mean, I love that you're offering beauty in addition to sustenance.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, one of the things I really wanted to ask you about is in 2019, you started this organization on food insecurity. And my guess is that there's a lot of people who didn't even know what that meant, right?
Yes. People are actually not looking at just the map itself. You can look at the map of Louisville and just type in grocery store and see the stark difference of why do we have 40 to 50 grocery stores on one side and we only have maybe 5 to 10 on the other. And I'm talking 60 to 100,000 residents live in the West End.
Exactly.
There is a 15 to 20 year life expectancy difference between living on one side of the city than the other.
Yes, there is. And that's one of the reasons, right? Is just access to good and healthy food. So the reason I brought up when you started your organization and the attention to food insecurity is you now look at the news cycle now.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, that's pretty much all you're seeing and hearing the news and people talk about.
Yes.
Is food insecurity. What does that make you think?
It is frustrating. I actually made a Facebook post saying we've been begging for money for food all year. And now there are just millions of dollars that are just moving for food and people are just doing food. And not to say everybody shouldn't lend a helping hand, but there are organizations at the bottom like Change Today, Change Tomorrow and many others that those funds are not and the resources are not going to trickle down to. And that is the frustration of navigating what we're seeing right now. We were in spaces 8 to 12 months ago telling people SNAP is going to fall, trying to organize farmers, trying to organize foundations, trying to organize organizations. And people were like literally laughing at us thinking that that wasn't possible. And now we are being very reactive to what could have been a very organized, well, community care forward plan of, infrastructural sustainability. And we are dropping the ball right now and scrambling.
I it's interesting that you say that because that is what I had been thinking, right? Because what is it? Because by serving primarily the West End, you're primarily serving Black residents. Is that accurate to say?
I would say that's our priority, but I would say people are not at Feed the West. So that is a common misconception. For example, tomorrow in Portland, we have a huge white turnout.
Okay.
We're serving everybody.
Right.
We're prioritizing Black people, but we're not turning anybody away.
Right.
When we're serving people, it is a first come, first serve. We usually have a very consistent 200 families that come through between the 4 locations, and we're loving on folks. And so that skin color does not matter. People would assume because it's the West End that means Black, but we're having a poverty and proximity issue over race issue.
And the reason I asked that question is because, as you and I both know, Black folks in America tend to be the canaries in the coal mine, right?
Yes.
So, we disproportionately, our neighborhoods disproportionately indicate where certain things are going to go. So that's probably what is going on in some respects, would you say?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We would just call that racism.
Are you finding that right now you have to change your messaging as you're asking or trying to attract more resources?
One thing we've been asking for is a more sustainable ecosystem for our infrastructure. And what that looks like for us is we need 500 $100 monthly donors. We can no longer be dependent upon grants. We can no longer assume that $5,000 to $10,000 is coming for us, and that only sustains us week by week. What we're looking for now is true community investment. I think that's the infrastructure and framework that we're going to be moving forward with. Is our fundraising efforts is going to be community centered, collectivism.
And when you say community centered, who exactly are you talking about?
Everybody.
Like everybody in the Louisville area?
Everybody in the Louisville area. I actually just did a statewide organizing call for food. So, we're talking with Kentucky Black Farmers Alliance, Kentucky Black Farmers Association. We're talking across the state with KFAN, the Kentucky Food Action Network. We are a part of the Greater Louisville Food Council. We're in Food in Neighborhoods. There is an infrastructure that is already built. It just hasn't been funded.
Yeah.
We have an interactive map that Dr. Abby Rudolph created that literally you can go to the map on the Food and Neighborhoods website, and it shows you in real time where food is in access in proximity to where you are.
Wow.
So if you're close to a Change Today, Change Tomorrow, Feed the West, area, it'll tell you that. Or if you're close to another food bank or a farmer's market, it tells you that in real time.
Wow. So what is the community telling you about what you are doing for the community?
Oh, they love what we do. But we are them and they are us. And it's always a good time. It's not just a grocery distribution when you're at Feed the West. We're hooting and hollering. We're sharing resources. It's a big, community feel. We had media come in, and I had to ask the media, because I don't participate in poverty pimping. So when the media comes, we have a certain criteria that we follow. Like, you're not going to be recording the families that we're serving, faces. We're not. I had to tell the families, we need a second to record this inside. The reason we're taking a little extra time, I understand you're frustrated. You might be running late to somewhere else, but give us a couple extra minutes, because I'm not about to put y'all in here while y'all are getting groceries just because I'm in here doing a news clip. So let me do my news clip, and then you all can come in here. And when I explained that, everybody was like, thank you. Right. That makes them, because I'm in the grocery line right now. I ain't got no bra on, baby. I'm trying to get where I'm trying to go. And you telling me my cousin done see me on the news with my bonnet on? Come on. I'm in my safe space. I'm in my neighborhood up the street from where I live, trying to get some groceries, trying to get some flowers, and get on with my day. I'm not trying to be on the news like that. Come on.
I know.
So
I know.
When I explained it, it was like, okay, yeah. So we are the community. We've been in space. The reason I know that happens is because I've been on the news like that somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I do know.
So we are the people that we serve. So people are grateful, but we are grateful. We are different than whoever we're serving. We are grateful for this work.
So
this is how we eat. I don't go grocery shopping.
Yeah. So what is it that brings you alive about this? Because it's obvious that this is a mission of the heart for you.
I have always been focused on liberation for people, becoming who we should be. People used to have time to write. People used to have time to love. We all just work and work and work, and we have to get back to writing and loving, and we used to all be artists. We walk around these buildings and the details and the roof, and it's just we cannot do that. We are creating paper thin homes right now for $400,000. We need to get back to that.
So what's next for the organization?
That's a great question. Okay, so we've been shopping around this neighborhood skill directory. We are in the 4th draft of it, and what it is a block by block neighborhood canvassing skill directory. I brought you a copy.
Okay.
But it literally is assessing the skills of everyone in your neighborhood based on creating a new ecosystem that doesn't depend on anybody but you all. And so just to give you a few point on a few things, who can garden and grow crops? Who can preserve food? Who can do basic carpentry? Who can hunt and fish? We're taking it back to the basics.
I love that, because you're right. I was just thinking, because I'm a little older than you, and I can just remember when black neighborhoods in particular, I know all neighborhoods had this, but my reference point is I'm black,
yes,
right?
Absolutely.
Is that you had all of that in the neighborhood. There are people who can grow up and not meet a white person or a non-black person doing a certain thing until they're grown, whether it's your insurance agent, your doctor, the person who grows food, the person, like you said, who cans food, all those things. I love that.
Thank you. And so it has a column that shows what skills you already have, and then what skills do you want. And then if someone in your neighborhood has a skill that you want, you can just talk to that person. They're in your neighborhood. It moves on to, it goes on to animal tracking, map reading, blacksmithing, barter and trade. We're creating a new norm. We're not going back to what we ever thought was normal. And until we get a full grasp on that, I think I heard it earlier we have a new hire literally second day in, they they said, we're doing apocalypse work. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, because we are like what we are building is something that is so new to us.
What is the one thing you wish that anybody who listens to this would know, whether it's clearing up a misconception or putting a light on something that you think more people should know about in terms of not just your organization, but what your organization does?
I would say Change Today, Change Tomorrow is way more than a food box giveaway. When you come into our space, you are loved, you are cared for. I have met so many people who went from one spot in their life to completely starting businesses. I know over 100 people that have started their own business since I've started Change Today, Change Tomorrow, who are growing in our ecosystem. We are creating a community of care. We know the people we serve. We know their kids. We are engaged in the community at a level that the grass top could never touch. You can also book us for community engagement. We have a revenue stream for that. Mm-hmm. We are looking to change the ecosystem for food.
So for people who want to know more about your organization, where would they go?
Absolutely. We are on all social media platforms. You can just search us, Change Today, Change Tomorrow. And our website is change-today.org.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
On Track is produced by Louisville Public Media. Our production team includes Aisha Jaffer, Laura Ellis, and me, with assistance from Alex Biscardi. Our music is by Kojin Toshiro. Find more at LouisvilleOnTrack.org. Thanks for listening.
Support comes from Vision Zero. On foot or behind the wheel, safety is a shared responsibility. And Vision Zero Louisville believes 0 roadway fatalities is the only acceptable amount. Their mission is to create safe roads by design, engineering solutions, and education. More information at visionzerolouisville.org.
O'Reilly Auto Parts puede ayudarte a revisar tu luz check engine, luz ABS o luz de mantenimiento con O'Reilly Veriscan. El servicio es gratis y recibirás un informe con soluciones verificadas por técnicos maestros certificados ASE. Si necesitas ayuda, O'Reilly Auto Parts te puede recomendar un taller. Pregunta por O'Reilly Veriscan hoy mismo.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.